It's possible to live a financially stress-free life. It's possible to walk in financial dominion. It's possible to stay on top of all financial concerns. And you belong to a ministry that is concern-free financially. And when Lot went with Abraham, every blessing on Abraham began to speak in the life of Lot. That means everyone in this commission is ordained to enjoy financial dominion. And that's why I know that every everlasting financial concern mountains that may be staring you in the face, your family, your business, must come to an end today. Saul also came into the midst of the prophets and he began to prophesy, because environment is ordained to impact on the life of individuals who are connected to it. Spiritual environment is contagious. Spiritual environment is contagious. Spiritual environment is contagious. There are some diseases that the exchange of breath transmits it. The exchange of your breath transmits that disease. That's why when they have any of those new generation flus, bird flu, lizard flu, you find they put masks on their nose because it's transmittable through the air. You can't be in the midst of the air of financial fortune and continue to live in misfortune. So get connected. We are not telling stories here. God is unveiling mysteries on this mountain. Financial dominion is a heritage, is our heritage in redemption. He was made poor, that with his poverty might be made rich. And God is able to make all great.
Okay, let's go back, guys. This topic is called Bishop David Oyedepo, Walking in Financial Dominion. So the bishop is teaching people how to walk in financial dominion. So let's have a look at the principles or the teaching that the bishop is giving to his people or to the world on how to walk in financial dominion. Yep. So we are going to hear it again.
In your life, it's possible to live a financially stress-free life.
Stop. So it is possible to live a financially stress-free life, which is true. The only thing there is that he's not telling them how to do this. What he's telling them to do is that they should give. And that it is when you give, and only through giving, or that the main thing you have to do is to bring money to him. To bring money, to give, and this is how to live financially stress-free life. But it's not true. The truth is that financial prosperity answers to financial laws. And the things he's telling people is they are not the laws of finances. They are manipulations that make you to give your money to him. That makes you to part from your money, from your hard-earned money. Let's keep on listening.
It's possible to walk in financial dominion.
Stop. It is possible to walk in the financial dominion. Look at the way they make it look. They make it look spiritual, as if it is some spiritual anointing or some power that you need to contact or some mysterious thing that needs to come to you. You know, look, this is not, people will go and be saying it's because I want to sell my books. But believe me, I sell my books with or without you, right? I sell my book anyway, but this is not about selling book. This is about principles. On the basis of this book alone, it's not because of you don't buy the book. I'm just talking about the principle. These principles that are written in this book alone, I have results. I've been able to raise 200 millionaires without telling them that it is anointing, that I was anointed to do that, or God came to me and told me to lay hands on you or to pray for you. No, it's not because of anything like that. This is principle. And this doesn't have to be my book. It doesn't depend on me. It's not depending on who teaches it, or it is secular person, or a Christian, or not a Christian. These are just laws. For you to walk in financial dominion or financial freedom, you need to know the laws of money, the principles. It's not because somebody special, you are coming to church every Sunday and you are going to do what if somebody tells you, you go and give some seed of prophet, seed of faith seed, or seed of this, go and give money. No, this is not about that. Oh, you have to bring your tithe. You don't need to bring tithe to walk in financial prosperity. Just follow the laws. For you to walk in financial dominion, you need to know this kind of principle, for example. What principle? Where there is problem, there is money. Which means the principle of converting problem into money. You have to know this. This is not just a principle, this is a skill. You've got to be taught the skill. You need to know the skill. If you are taught how to convert problem into money, either you are a Christian or you are not a Christian, or you are going to be rich. But this man is not teaching these principles. Let me talk to you about another principle. Don't eat tomorrow's food today. This is a principle here. Don't eat tomorrow's food today. Like I said, I'm not selling books, so don't buy my book. Don't think that I'm selling books. I'm just trying to say these are principles, these are laws that make you to walk in financial dominion. It's not because of somebody, who is specially anointed is going to pray for you. No, it's not because of the prayer they are praying for you, and it's not because you go to that particular church, or because you carry some stickers, or because you receive some anointing. No. This is just the principles and laws that God has already put in nature, even before you are born. And this same principle is working for Christians and unbelievers. These are principles of financial prosperity. They work for everybody. So let's continue.
Possible to stay on top of all financial concerns.
Stop. It is possible, yes, for you to stay on top of all financial concerns if you observe the laws. But they don't tell them the laws. And one of the laws is, because he is teaching the very opposite. In this video, if you go through it, he's talking about favor. It is not favor that will give you the financial, for you to work in financial dominion. It is labor, really. So that's why I wrote this book. Work is better than vacation. Labor is better than favor. It is labor. And everybody who knows him, tell me that he's a workaholic. He's a laborer. It is only when you labor that you come to prosperity. Not looking for favor. Same thing with this principle. These are the things that make you to walk in dominion. Why you must urgently become a workaholic. He is a workaholic himself. These are the things that will make you a millionaire or to walk in financial freedom. Not by contacting the anointing or coming for him to pray for you or having some anointing service for prosperity or giving your tithe and offering, prophet offering, breakthrough offering, Shiloh offering. Those are deception. Those things are making you to just become poorer. They are making you to give your money to him. They are making you to become poorer while you make him richer. That is not the way prosperity comes. And that is, go and look at the list of all the rich people in the world today. You discover that is not how they became rich. They didn't become rich by giving to pastors. They didn't become rich by giving prophet offering. They didn't become rich by giving faith offering. They didn't become rich by giving to Shiloh. They didn't become rich by coming to do the anointing service or be laid hand on by somebody, like any pastor. Those are just manipulations. That is not how you become rich.
And you belong to a ministry that is concern-free financially.
Stop. Now, you see the way he's making it to look? You belong to the ministry. So, you know the way it's manipulative. He's trying to make it to look as if it is because you belong to that ministry, that is when you can have the anointing to become rich. Or that's where you will not have financial concerns. Because you belong to the ministry. As far as I know, it is Dangote that is the richest person in Nigeria, and it doesn't belong to that ministry. And many other people that are having money in Nigeria, they don't go to that church, but they have money. They don't pay their tithes, they don't pay offering, and they have money. So what is making them, a lot of Muslims in Nigeria who don't go to this church or any other church, but they have money than some of the people who go to that church. Which means that it doesn't follow. Whatever they are telling you to do, that is the reason why you have to have money or you'll be financially stress-free. It doesn't follow. It's manipulative. They are not telling you the universal laws, objective principles. Laws, if it is truth, is going to be objective. If it is truth, it's going to be universal. So if these principles of becoming prosper and having prosperity, if it is true, it's going to work no matter what faith you belong to. It's going to work no matter what church you go to. It's going to work no matter what This truth work all the time. So let's have a look again. Let's hear again what the man of God is saying here.
It's possible to stay on top of all financial concerns. And you belong to a ministry that is concern-free financially.
Stop. Now, that is an indictment. You belong to a ministry that is concern-free financially. But even the staff of this ministry, they are not concern-free financially. So what does that mean? That the people in the church are slaves to keep the ministry concern-free? Or it is the people? Is it not the ministry existing for the people? If the ministry is supposed to be existing for people, even Jesus himself died for people. So the goal, the end result is supposed to be people. If the end result is not supposed to be the ministry. What is ministry? Is the ministry building? Is the ministry the name that is written, Winners Chapel or Livingstone, somewhere? Is the ministry not people that are in the ministry? Is it a corporation? If it is a corporation, a business corporation, okay, I understand. But if it is a ministry, if it is God's ministry, Christian ministry, we are supposed to be using the people to judge. We are supposed to be using the standard of living of the people, the well-being of the people to judge the ministry. So if the ministry is stress-free financially, then everybody, at least the staff who are working in the ministry, must be stress-free. At least the pastors and the workers must be an example of that stress-free ministry that you say you have. But if you say that your ministry is stress-free, and I know right now pastors from that ministry that are begging for money to be to pay for their school, for their children's school fees. That is an indictment. If your pastors, I'm not talking about small pastors in villages. I'm talking about big pastors in big cities, in the headquarters, in Lagos and in Abuja, pastors that are begging for money, that are struggling to pay for the school fees of their children. Pastors that cannot afford to have even what they used to have before they became pastors in that ministry. Some of these pastors were doing well when they were in the world. They became worse off. In fact, when they became born again, they left their jobs, and now they were living in abundance before they joined the staff of the ministry. Now that they are staffs, they are less in earning. Some of them are earning 10 times less than they were earning when they were in the world. So what is stress-free? Who is fooling who? Who is stress-free? It means that you are talking of yourself. Of course, yourself. If you are talking of yourself stress-free, then that is true. You as an individual, you are stress-free. But it doesn't, that is because all these people that are here, you have collected everything they had. You have collected, you have, almost robbed all these people to make yourself stress-free. Then that is okay. Then we can understand that. That might be true. But if you are saying this is all, the ministry is stress-free, then let us judge by your staff and by your pastors at least. Let us use the pastors to judge. And you discover that the pastors are struggling. The ministers are struggling. And only the big man and his family are doing well. So it means, monkey they walk, baboon they shop. You see, that is what it means. It means that some people, the slave master is enjoying, and the slaves are working hard, and because they are partying with their. I know people personally in that ministry that used to be engineers, used to have in businesses and industries before they joined the staff. They were persuaded to join the staff. Now they are hardly making ends meet because they are paying them such a little amount of money. So they are exploiting them. And you are now bragging and saying that, the ministry is stress-free financially. So is the ministry. Better talk of yourself and say, me, I am stress-free financially. Okay, then we understand that. Then at what expense? That is at the expense of the people who brought the money. Because the money that you have is because somebody brought it. And because you have preached to people not the principles of wealth creation, but you are teaching them that they have to bring money. And that is how to become wealthy. And when everybody is bringing money to me, I am the only one who becomes wealthy. And the people who are bringing to me are becoming poorer. That is the deception of the prosperity gospel that is happening in Nigeria, and not just Nigeria alone, but all over the world. That is not the gospel of the God of the Bible. That is the gospel of the God of Mammon. You sure understand that? Let's have a look again.
Live a financially stress-free life. It's possible to walk in financial dominion.
Stop. Now, this ministry has been going on for over 30 years. So if you know the laws and the principles on how to make people to walk with financially stress-free and financial dominion, why have you not taught the people, all the people who are following you, why have they not become like that up to now? In this, my house right now, I have somebody who is just entering to the room, to my studio now, who is a member of this church, and who used to give his last. This person used to give his last to this church. And they are promising prosperity by giving, until she gave, and he gave, the whole family giving everything. So, and there's nothing, they don't have anything. There's no money. The whole families, and this is not just the only family like that, almost all families of people who go to that church they have overgiven themselves. They are giving their last. And they don't have anything to show for it almost. Yes, you will say, oh no, but you are lying, Pastor Sunday. We have so many people who are rich in the church. You find out how many of them didn't have anything when they came to church. The people who didn't have anything, most of these people who are rich, they used to be rich before they came to church. And now let's do another experiment. Out of all those people who used to be rich before they came to church, how many people are still rich? And how many people who used to be rich and have become poor? Then now let's look for the percentages of people who never used to have anything and are now rich. It will not be less than 2%, maximum 5%, who used to be poor and are now rich. And even if they are rich now, I doubt it that it is because of the prayers or the anointing that has made them to do like that. I doubt it that it's because they are giving to the church that made them to become like that. Even if they think that is the situation, it's still a lie. Because financial laws, finances, money, obey laws. They are universal laws. It is only because of the laws that are obeyed that those people became who they became. It's not because they go to that church or because of some prayers have been offered or because you are the prophet of prosperity. But in the real sense, let us get the numbers together. How many people started going to go to that church and I can do it. I have statistics in my own church here. At least 200 people became millionaires in US dollars. In a very short space of time when I was teaching about these principles. I wish it's a proof that these principles work everywhere. And not just in Ukraine, people became millionaires from different countries who are just listening to my teachings. Now, and this is in 3 years, 200 millionaires. So if you have been doing it for 30 years, and you say you have some special anointing, 30 years is supposed to be able to have produced at least 200 millionaires in US dollars. And if your church has 200 millionaires in US dollars, and who became it from nothing, oh, then that would be very, that's the kind of thing we want to hear. But I know that it cannot be so. Because I know that the principles that are being taught by this man, they are wrong. They don't make millionaires, they make you millionaires, and they become poor. If you have been watching our videos and maybe you enjoy them, maybe you don't enjoy them, but still, we need you to help us spread the word. And for that to happen, we only need you to take 5 little steps. Please help us spread this word by liking the video. Then, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. We also need you to press the notification button, and the way to do that is to click on the bell. You see the bell there? Click on it. Then, of course, leave your comments. Let's know what you're thinking about each video. And finally, we need you to go and share the word. Share this video on your Facebook timeline, on your Instagram, and every other platform that you have. All right? Let's win the world for Christ. Thank you so much. Peace.